In this video, we're going to look at 5 ways to talk about the future. There are 4 future tenses we can use: simple future, future continuous, future perfect, or future perfect continuous. We will start with simple future. Simple future is formed by using the word will followed by the base form of a verb, like in this sentence: I will make dinner. Simple future is used for actions that haven't happened yet, but will start and end in the future. For example, she will go to the cinema. I will see you later. He will drive his car. Notice that no matter the subject, we use the word will and the base form of the verb. We don't need to conjugate. You might occasionally hear the more formal word shall used instead of will to form future simple. Shall is not commonly used anymore, but it can be used for offers for help or suggestions. For example, shall I bring some wine? Or shall we leave soon? It's important to note that shall is only used for the subjects I and we. One more point before we move on. The phrase going to can also be used to form simple future. For example, we are going to meet at the cafe. For a more detailed look at the difference between will and going to, check out our video on the subject. Find a link in the video description below. Now on to the next tense, future continuous. We form future continuous tense using will be, followed by the present participle of a verb. For example, will be working, or will be studying. Future continuous is slightly different to simple future. Whereas simple future places an action at a single point in the future, future continuous shows that an action will be ongoing in the future. For example, we will be working together, and she will be studying tomorrow. The actions work and study will happen over a period of time. The use of future continuous shows that both actions will begin in the future and be ongoing. The next tense we'll look at is future perfect. Future perfect is formed using the phrase will have, followed by the past participle of a verb. For example, the game will have ended by the time she is home. This tense is used to talk about an action that will happen between now and a specific point in the future. In our example, that specific point is the time she's home. Here are a couple more examples. Don't come after lunch, she will have left by then. By the end of the week, I will have worked 60 hours. Here are the specific points in the future. Then, referring to after lunch, and by the end of the week. Let's move on to future perfect continuous. Future perfect continuous is formed using the phrase will have been, followed by the present participle of a verb. Here is an example. At the end of the year, he will have been teaching for 10 years. Future perfect continuous is used to talk about actions that will happen between now and a specific time in the future. This is like future perfect tense. The difference is that future perfect continuous looks back at the duration of the action. It also indicates that the action will continue past the specific point in the future. In our example, The specific point is the end of the year, and the use of future perfect continuous shows that he plans to teach past the end of the year. Let's imagine he is retiring at the end of the year. We would use future perfect. When he retires at the end of the year, he will have taught for 10 years. Another way we can talk about the future is by using simple present tense. We use simple present to talk about future events that are certain because there is a schedule or a timetable. Here are some examples. The train leaves at 3 o'clock. She starts work at 6 in the morning. Sam has football practice on Thursdays. Let's now look at how to form negative sentences using future tenses. Here are 4 sentences in the affirmative, and here's how they would be written in the negative. I will not order a coffee. They will not be swimming in the pool. He will not have arrived by then. She will not have been sitting down all day. As you can see, to form negatives, we simply use the word not after the word will. Note that the word won't is often used as the contraction for will not. For example, I won't order a coffee. Now let's take a look at how we form questions. Here are our statements again. Now here these statements have been turned into questions. To form questions, we simply move the subject directly after the word will. Now it's time to check your understanding of when the different future tenses are used. Complete each sentence using one of these 5 tenses. Pause here while you work. Let's check the answers. Note that some of these may still make sense with other future tenses. We will visit our grandparents next weekend. Or, we are going to visit our grandparents next weekend. In November, I will be working in a new role. By the time we arrive, they will have left. Will you have completed your assignment by tomorrow afternoon? I will be studying for my test all day tomorrow. The game starts at 7 p.m. At the end of the month, I will have been studying medicine for a year and a half. I will not buy any more clothes this month. Before you leave, have a go at writing 5 sentences that talk about the future. One for each of the 5 tenses we've looked at. If you like, share your sentences in the comments below. Hope to see you soon.